Hello, my lovely crafters. I'm coming on with a couple little things today. Number one, I got a little more happy mail yesterday and I want to share that. And two, a couple of weeks ago, someone asked me to show how I make these butterflies. So I thought I would try doing a little tutorial on these butterflies if anybody wants to make them. So first of all, Alicia at Alicia's Crafty Hoplop does this thing every month called We Wishes, and I put in for a We Wish this month. I wanted to get some seam binding. I don't have any in my stash, and Elsa Cleary answered right away and said she would send me some, and I got it yesterday. She sent me a little note. It says, "Hello, Suzanne. Here's the seam binding. I hope the colors are okay. I'm sorry I didn't ask. Please stay safe. Hugs, Elsa." Well, Elsa, any colors would have been fine because I had no colors. And these are the ones she sent me. Green, which is my favorite color, so can't go wrong with that. And a deep forest green, which I love. I think that's so pretty. And this pretty pink, isn't that pretty? And this almost fuchsia pink, beautiful. I'm not quite sure what this is, a burgundy maybe kind of color, very pretty. And this one is not white, maybe a slight tinge of lavender to it, very pretty. And this light pink. So Elsa, I am very happy with this, believe me. Very happy with this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, these butterflies, they're not very hard to do. I'll tell you how I do them and give you a couple of ideas on how you can change the way I do them if you don't have the things that I have. So, first off, you got to select your paper. And I like them to look kind of vintagey like this. So I have this paper pack that I have had forever. It's by DCWV, and it's gorgeous, gorgeous papers in here. Unfortunately, the pad is from 2014. I've had it for a very long time. And I would be very surprised if it's still available. It's called a French Country Stack, 48 sheets. Heavy paper, very heavy paper, and just beautiful. A lot of glittered sheets. It's really, really pretty, and it's all pastels. So this time around, I chose this sheet because I wanted the blues, and I like the blues with this pinky color in it. Similar to what I've already made, but more blue. So how I start this is I have a file on my computer that has a bunch of butterflies on it. So what I do is print that file on the back of the piece of paper I'm going to use. I tried to do this on my Cricut, but the Cricut won't pick up the print of the butterflies because it's so light. So I have to fussy cut all these butterflies. I have this file. If anybody's interested in it, I'll be happy to email it to you. My email is in my on my About page. You can email me and I'll be happy to send you this file. If you do get it, the butterflies will be a little bit larger than this. This one I tried to do on my Cricut, so I had to make it a little smaller in order to fit. But you can see the butterflies. And the file has these black tips on the butterflies. And I don't care to have that on my butterflies, so that's why I printed on the back of the pattern paper. You can print it on the pattern paper if you like, and you'll have those black tips on your butterflies. Try it both ways, see which way you like best. I just choose to do it this way. So that's where I get my butterflies. Believe it or not, as much as I like butterflies, I do not have any stacking butterflies, and I do not have any butterfly punches. So if you do have stacking butterflies, you can die cut those, or if you have punches, you can punch those. Doesn't have to come from a file like this. So I cut out my butterflies. Here they are, 2 smaller ones. I'm going to have 2 different sizes now. 2 small ones and 2 of the larger ones, because we're going to put them on top of one another. So the first thing I do is I like them to be vintagey, and so I ink all my edges. And I should have done some of this before, but of course I didn't. If you don't like the look of inking, don't do it. It's all up to you what you like. I just happen to like this in these butterflies. And if I go off camera, I apologize. I get into what I'm doing and I don't think of looking, and sorry about that. So this will take me a couple of minutes. I should have done this beforehand. So just ink up the edges, gives it a little dimension, makes it look a little vintagey if you like that style. Like I said, you don't have to do that. If you're doing something else and you don't want to ink up in the brown ink, use a different color. You can do whatever you like. There's no rules. Of course, butterflies are my favorite thing, so I really enjoy these. I don't need an excuse to make them. I'm just unsure of myself doing tutorials, so it makes me a little nervous doing it. That's why I'm procrastinating on getting anything from BB Crafts right now, because then I would have to come up with something and do tutorials on what I did. It's so much easier doing Happy Mail and hauls and things like that, but we have to do different things every now and again. Okay, so that's good. So we've got them inked up, and I just used Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink to do my edges. So the next thing I do, once the inking is done, is I have this little container that I've got Mod Podge in, and I added a little bit of water to it, just a little, to make it just a little less thick than how it comes. So you're going to take your Mod Podge and you're going to put it all over your butterflies. And I'm doing this on a silicone mat because glue won't stick to a silicone mat. And it's easy to clean up when I'm done. So just give them a good soaking. If you don't have Mod Podge, you can use white glue, any kind of white glue, and just put it on something, and if you like, put a little bit of water on it to thin it out. You don't absolutely have to. I just find it a little easier to work with, and it starts making your butterfly move a little bit. See how the paper is buckling up a little? That's fine. Doesn't hurt anything. That's it. Just get some Mod Podge on there, or glue, whatever you have on hand. Then I have this very, very fine glitter. It's called Dazzling Diamonds from Stampin' Up. It's very, very fine. And while my butterflies are still wet, I put some of this glitter on them because I like them to have a little bit of shine. So tiny bit. Glitter up my butterflies. And that's it. Now it's got to dry. You can put as much as you like, or as little as you like, or none if you like. And since I did both of these and I don't have one done or on the side to demonstrate, let me just take this one and show you what you do next. These have to dry. So after they're dried, you're going to take the little butterfly and you're going to glue it, the center of that butterfly, onto the center of the large butterfly. And then you'll have your dimensional butterfly. It's so pretty. Can you see the glitter on that? Oh, it's so pretty. I love these things. And then I take my paintbrush and I just kind of curl the edges just a little bit, just the tips. Just curl them a tiny bit, not too much. And that's it. I just do the top. I don't even do the bottom, just to give them a little more dimension. And then to finish them, take a little of my glue. Let me get this out first. And I just use my art glitter glue. It works perfectly fine. And I put some of that glue in the center, and I add a little bit of bling. So this one I'm just doing an off-white pearl to it. And you can add as many or as little as you like. It's all up to you. It's very easy. I'm going to put 3 on here, I think. And it's sticking to everything but what it's supposed to. There we go. And one more, right in the center. It's because I have glue on my finger. Fluff up the wings a little bit. And there you go. And that's your finished butterfly. And that's as easy as it is. Cut out your butterflies, 2 different sizes. Ink the edges. Put some Mod Podge or clear glue on them. Add a little glitter if you want. Let them dry. Glue the small one to the large one in the center. Curl the edges. And add some bling. And that's all there is to it. It's very, very easy. There you go. So if you think you'd like this printout that I showed you, I'd be happy to send it to you. I'll put my email address below. And that's it. Or use the butterfly dies you have. Or use the punches you have. Be creative with it. And have fun. Make them all different colors. Just because I choose this doesn't mean you have to do them just like this. I'd love to see all your different designs on your take on this. So I hope I was clear in what you have to do, and I hope you all decide to make this. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And that's it. 3 more to go to reach my 200. I'm getting excited. So everybody have a good rest of your Sunday, and we'll talk again soon. Love yous. Bye.